Welcome, Lumineers and fans of the happiest card game on Earth. Into the Inklands comes out this week, and with another set, we get another infinite combo. You can't see, but I'm doing air quotes around the word infinite. Much like the video we made in the last set regarding the LeFou Madame Mim Facilier combo, this is still a little bit limited by what your opponent has on their side of the board. But unlike that combo, this one is actually a little bit more achievable, a little bit more consistent, a little bit easier to set up and pay off, and fits into a deck that kind of wants to do all of this sort of stuff as well. I do not think this is breaking the game by any means, but it is a fun combo that you are able to relatively easily pull off. First of all, we'll take a look at the cards and how the combo plays out, we'll look at some answers to it, and then finally we'll talk briefly about combos in the game in general. So much like a lot of combos in games, it very often uses a card that at first glance wasn't so playable, until a later set gave it cards that really made it pop. In this case, that's Beast Relentless, a 6-costed inkable 4/5 for 2 lore with the ability Second Wind. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. Now, even when it was first revealed, this card definitely sort of made some waves. It's a very interesting ability, possibly very powerful one, mostly because it doesn't specify that once the character is ready, it's unable to quest or challenge. But even with all of those upsides, it still didn't really find much play, mostly due to the fact that turn 6 was quite a key point in the game, and this not really doing anything till turn 7 was just a little slow. Although within testing for Into the Inklands, this doesn't actually seem to be a problem, and I will point out that I'm talking about testing here. Chances are the meta will settle down into more consistent and quicker plays, but for now at least this one's quite fun. The other two parts you need are 2 steel cards from the new set. First of all, a 4-costed uninkable 2/4 for 1 lore, Sheriff of Nottingham, Corrupt Official. He has the ability Taxes Should Hurt. Whenever you discard a card, you may deal 1 damage to chosen opposing character. A super rare card that I genuinely think can find some play in Steel. There's a lot of draw and discard stuff in Steel, obviously a whole new world there as well, just allowing you to do lots of nice little pings here and there across the board. But pair that with the 1-costed inkable location, the Bayou Mysterious Swamp, with a move cost of 1, a willpower of 3, and 1 passive lore, and the ability Show Me the Way. Whenever a character quests while here, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. In regular play, I'm not too sure the Bayou is particularly strong, mostly because that 3 wealth power means it probably gets killed by anything, but in this combo, it only needs to be there the turn it's played. Some of you clever folks are probably already ahead of me, but on turn 6, you're going to want to put Beast Relentless down, and on turn 7, you're going to want to play Sheriff of Nottingham, and Bayou, and then move the Beast to the Bayou. At this point, the Beast is able to quest, gaining you 2 lore. The Bayou sees the Beast's quest and lets you draw and discard a card. Doesn't matter what it is, because when you discard, Sheriff of Nottingham then can ping something for 1 damage. Beast Relentless will see that 1 damage occur and ready itself. And that's the loop, it's as simple as that. Beast can then continue to quest, drawing and discarding from Bayou, pinging something with Sheriff, and readying himself. If your opponent has 10 willpower on their side of the board, this is a 0 to 20 lore gain in 1 turn. But even if they haven't, you're still talking double figures for the most part at this point in the game lore-wise. Chances are you've already grabbed a few in the early game. The fact of the matter is, if you're able to have a turn begin with Beast on the board, Sheriff and Bayou in your hand, it's most likely a win. Now, of course, with all of these combos, it is a bit of a glass cannon. There are definitely things that your opponent can do to disrupt it. On the board, Resist instantly shuts down this combo. The Beast has to see the damage applied to a character, and the pinging damage from Sheriff of Nottingham isn't going to go past Resist 1. So resist heavy characters like Cinderella Stouthearted, or Hercules, or something like Cogsworth giving everything resist and having ward himself, so you're never able to trigger any of the damage, will completely shut this down. What I think you're more likely to see is the increase in either single target removal to get rid of Beast on their turn 6 or 7, depending on who went first. I think these combo heavy decks that rely on a single card being on the board, Beast and Jafar being the other one, will see a rise in play of things like Dragonfire, a 5-costed uninkable action banished chosen character that's always found a home somewhere in the meta, but definitely will come to the top of the list if these things really start to take off. And the other one of note I think here is the 4-costed uninkable action song, and then along came Zeus. You can deal 5 damage to chosen character or location. This set also saw a lot of hand disruption, So anyone playing Amber will want to be running the Bare Necessities, a 2-costed inkable action song. Chosen opponent reveals their hand and discards a non-character card of your choice. Whilst this may only well get rid of the lowly Bayou, it is enough to shut the combo down. There's been a lot of talk in the early meta of Into the Inklands regarding Beast Relentless combo, and also Jafar being able to sing a whole new world and gaining a ton of lore that way. Some people love it, some people think it's the death of the game. Personally, I'm a big fan of combo decks, but I do appreciate that they have to be fragile. So as long as these things can be stopped with single target removal or hand disruption, I'm not particularly too worried. I think once the meta settles down a little bit, you'll probably find decks that are just more consistent, finding value in every card they play, just being able to outpace the possible 0 to 20 lore in one go that this combo provides you. But I do think they're really interesting design spaces, so I do want to talk about them here on the channel. I'm not saying you should go out and buy 4 copies of Beast Relentless right now. It seems like everyone's doing that and they've absolutely shot up in price. But if you're like me and just will grab a playset of each cheap legendary just in case, go digging for your Beast Relentless and hope you pull some sheriffs. Have fun with this one until Ruby Amethyst just trickles back up to the top slot. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next one, be good.